Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you've never been here before, welcome to my channel as well. This is not the kind of video I usually make. This is just something that I feel the need to talk about. I don't know why. As a lot of you may know, because it's kind of been all over the news and everything like that, Ozzy Osbourne passed away on the 22nd of July after doing his final performance on the 5th of July. So obviously very, very close time, not even 2 weeks between his final performance and his passing, which unfortunately was, very, very, very sad time. He was a legend, because of him we have bands like Metallica, Pantera. He influenced so many people, and he was actually kind of a legend. Like, I've recently been recapping and watching the Osbournes and watching like Jack Osbourne's horror shows and things like this, and watching just different series, and it was before he actually passed away that me and my husband started watching these series. But anyway, this is where it kind of changes a little bit of tone, but I just wanted to talk about this because I feel quite strongly about what I'm going to talk about at the moment. You may have seen the videos online where people, and on TikTok and stuff like that, and people have been saying that he held out for his fans for his final goodbye. This was his final performance, a final goodbye to all of his fans. That's what he held out for. But you know what? I kind of don't believe that. Just to put it out there, this is just my opinion. Personally, I think Ozzy held on because of Sharon. Not the crowds, not the cameras, her. Because people forget that behind the cameras and behind the chaos, you literally just had two people that loved each other through everything. I think they got married in 1982, and they seem to be, from when you watch and stuff, they seem to be solid. Actually, two people that got married and got on. They even used to have jokes on the TV show. They still had an active sex life for that whole time. Obviously, we don't actually know, and maybe they didn't, because obviously with Ozzy and his problems, but that's not the point. That's not the point I'm trying to make here.
She tries to catch us having sex.
I do so much. It's the same. We never shut the bedroom door. So now, whenever the door's locked, they're messing.
We're not. We're actually messing. It's called
disgusting.
love
Old
making,
people
darling.
don't fuck.
What you old people don't.
No.
It hasn't always been up and.
It hasn't always been up and down. No.
In and out, up and down. And...
Oh, plenty of the in and out, but.
I'm meant to work you. I'm going to put my hand up your bum and work you.
You've done that before. Okay, that's.
But yeah, their love, it wasn't perfect. No relationship is perfect. But it was real, and it's that kind of love that you don't survive losing.
The great success is your marriage, is it not? It has to be.
Yeah.
Well, it's like there's times when she's getting fed up with me, and there's times when I'm
Of
getting fed up.
course, that's marriage.
I mean, when you see these people who go, "We've been married 30 years, and we've never had an
I
argument."
don't buy it.
I mean, they must be living on different fucking planets.
He even said in videos that Sharon was the love of his life, that he couldn't live without her. He wouldn't know what to do if she passed on before he did.
Sharon is like my soulmate. Through it all, at the end of the day, I love her more than anything in the world. I put it this way, I couldn't live without her. And my love for her now is bigger than it ever has been.
And you know what? Ozzy knew that Sharon had poured everything into that final show. She had been organising that show for a year. Because to her, his legacy and his memory meant everything. And she meant everything to him. So what do you do for the people that you love the most? You show up and you do your best. And I think that's what he did.
My wife worked her ass up for a year, didn't get it all organised. People like that, make concerts happen.
Because she fought for him, she held him up.
When you believe in something so much and your whole being is in it, and I had a lot to prove, Ozzy had a lot to prove.
Would you say at that point your faith was greater in Ozzy than Ozzy's faith in himself?
Yes, because he didn't believe in himself. He kept saying, I know I can't do it without Sabbath.
Wow.
Nobody will want me. Nobody will remember me. They won't care about me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, you can do it.
Yeah.
A protector.
You
I
don't.
protect people,
Yeah.
and I protect him over
And
everyone
there's
else.
no compromise for that.
No compromise.
Yeah.
And maybe he waited. Not because he needed it, but because she needed it.
My wife has worked her ass off trying to help me get back on my feet.
You know, you saw the videos at the funeral. She looked utterly heartbroken. Like, she actually looked like a completely different person from when you see them. I know it's on television, and what you see on television might not necessarily be true, but their shows were unscripted, and sometimes you would see behind the scenes and stuff like that, and she wasn't her normal self. She was literally a heartbroken woman at his funeral, which is completely fair enough. His children were also very distraught. He loved her so much. You can see he loved her so much that before he died, he arranged to have her flowers sent to her. So she would always have flowers from him. Like, that's a beautiful thing to do. Even in his last thoughts were of her. Because as much as he loved his fans, it was Sharon that kept him alive for all of those years. It was Sharon who supported him. It was Sharon who stayed with him. It was Sharon who was his rock. He said it himself. She is his rock. Without Sharon, he just couldn't be himself. Sharon wasn't just his wife. She was his person, and she was his home. So I think it was a final performance. A final last moment of pride, and a thank you. A thank you to Sharon.
Love is such an overused word. The love I have for you and my kids is a love that you can't buy.
And as soon as I found out that his final resting place was in the garden by the lake in Buckinghamshire, I was just like to my husband, she's never going to leave that house. She might go on vacation and things like that, but I honestly believe she's never going to leave that house. She's never going to move away from the house, because that's the final resting place of her love.
I do love you.
I love you too, and it's been one hell of a ride so far.
So that's just what I believe, and I think that's what those two believe as well. She's literally going to stay by that lake all the time, because that's where her forever is buried. Because some people in your life are not just chapters, they make up the whole book. And you know what? They fucking made up each other's books completely. They were such a beautiful couple. Like, I love watching them together. That's true love. You can see it in their reactions. Like, it's so funny. It's a relationship that you don't usually get, where people can be married for years and years and years and still love each other. It's something that we don't even have nowadays. People get divorced all the time and things like that. They clicked. I look at them and wish that my relationship with my husband can be like that in years to come, because it's a beautiful relationship that they had.
Because when you get married, that's the most heaviest contract you will ever sign in your life. And people today just get married. Oh, well, let's get married, and then 3 weeks later they get divorced. You know, a marriage is a deal with someone, and you fall off the wagon, but you get back on again. You know.
So yeah, this wasn't about a show. It wasn't about his fans. It was about love, and a love that never ends, and the love that he had for Sharon.
Mr. and Mrs.
I love you, Bubby.
Love you too.